along to this next instalment of Lifecycle of a Landlord, powered by Vesta, the buy-to-let marketplace. We're in the pre-acquisition phase. That is the phase where you're doing all your research into becoming a landlord and buying an investment property. And really, the very first question that you should ask yourself is being a landlord right for me? Because it's not right for everybody. And the number one thing to understand is that when you start out as a landlord, you are starting a business. Make no mistake. You are becoming a service provider, and you have to provide a safe and compliant home to your tenant. You have to adhere to over 170 government statutes and regulations in order to supply a safe and compliant home to your tenant. So it's really, really important to understand that you are starting a business and you have legal obligations that you need to comply to. Secondly, starting out with investment in buy-to-let means that you are taking on business risk. And the two biggest business risks are that the tenant may not pay the rent and/or that the tenant may damage your investment property. And if you don't feel comfortable with shouldering those risks, then maybe being a landlord isn't for you. Thirdly, I think it's important to understand that being a landlord is a people business. You'll be dealing with many different contractors, suppliers, and of course your tenants themselves. And it really does help if you enjoy interacting and working with people, because it's definitely very people-centric. And I think it's also very important to understand, particularly in the current market conditions, that being a landlord is a very long-term business. You need to be thinking of a time frame of maybe 15 to 20 years to be involved in buy-to-let, to really benefit from it. So all things considered, weigh all those up, and you need to really decide right from the get-go if being a landlord is right for you or not. Because if it isn't, it's better to decide now rather than later down the line. So stay tuned as Lifecycle of a Landlord continues.